And you
Peace, world. How you doing, brother Mikey Fever? NYP Talk Show, Hip Hop Tuesday panelists. I got my brothers Shawnee, Clip, Trev.
yeah.
Don't
What
forget to
up?
comment, like, share, subscribe to the listeners. Continue listening. Shout out to Africa. We got people downloading from Africa, Europe,
There you go.
Miami,
Oh, heart to heart all
Florida.
around the world.
That's it, man. You keep doing that, man. And I'm happy to be here with my brothers. Shawnee was telling us earlier it's been a rough week. It has been a rough week. Last week was rough. It's not that
Whew.
bad.
I feel like I ain't seen y'all in a minute.
Yeah, man. We had
Yo, nah, you
Shout
been
out to
busy.
Africa.
You been busy. You been
yeah,
busy.
you've been busy, man.
Yo. I I did the meaning to the double Muslim thing for you at the top of the show. You know what I'm saying? It's just we had that Trav spirit. You know, we always keep the spirit of whoever ain't around. We always keep the spirit. When Clip ain't around, we do a lot of yelling and
Right.
talking about the music and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm happy to see you, brothers. Man, we've been on like what 3 week hiatus, man. So people, we are
Sometimes
back.
we need to do it.
Tough,
Right. And we came
tough.
back right at a good time. Right at a good time. A
Oh,
lot of shit
definitely,
going on.
a lot has been
Lot to
going
talk
on.
about. Lot to talk
Yeah,
about, yo.
yeah, let's get it popping then. Before Brother Rod come in, Trump and Zelensky, and JD Vance, bro.
Yo, listen, let me tell you something.
Oh,
Trump is hilarious to me. And I at this point I don't even really want to consider him a racist because he's getting on everybody's nerve at this point. He's firing when I was watching the news and he fired like 15,000 people and everybody that walked out the building was white. I was like, yo, this is
I'm not
y'all
laughing
taught
at
me to
them.
have one.
This is what he
Yeah,
said.
sure, to have one. I was like, oh, he got y'all too. Y'all want to say he's racist? Nah, he don't like y'all. He said, nah, the federal government, y'all wasting too much money. 15,000 y'all in the IRS, y'all gotta go. Peace out.
Yo,
Oh,
and again,
okay.
I'm not laughing at people losing their jobs. It's just the way you said it. Like they came out. Yo,
Nah,
my man's on a
it's
warpath.
never funny that yo.
He
I was
Oh
cleaning up
telling
what
one of
was,
my
I think he
coworkers
cleaning up
with
what was already here. He cleaned up all the dirt that was here, and a lot of people
man.
don't see it, but I see through it.
Talkie.
Yeah.
Like
Talk
Go
about it,
ahead.
Clip.
the man is probably like, I get it. Everybody's so focused on race when it comes to Trump, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And granted, cool. I really don't care for him because he's a New Yorker. It has nothing to do with him being a Trump. I just know the type of New York cat he is, right? So it's like he set y'all up to vote for him just so he could fire y'all. He know what he doing. I'm about to clean house.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all the same people that got me caught up in this Fed case. I'm getting all of y'all about
Y'all
it.
all
Nah, he's
I
draining
remember
the
all
swamp.
y'all faces. Word up, bro.
He's draining
And
the
it's
Yeah.
swamp.
like it was like and that's the thing, right? There's a lot of people like Clip was saying, like there's a lot of people afraid of the change. Like it's happening rapidly, right? There's a lot of people afraid of this change because they could see it. It's a lot of people getting frightened. But these are the same people who keep saying that something need to change, or they
Mhm.
complaining about this, they complaining about that. Now the change is happening, and it's happening in rapid succession too. Like he is not.
Yeah.
Hey yo, you know what
They're
he
part of the
told
change.
homeboy, yeah, he told homeboy, yo, you ain't got the cards. Y'all heard him when he told him that?
Yo, that was wild,
Yo, he
bro.
told him, he told him you ain't got the cards. You got to humble yourself, and that's when this is why I dig my men, right? Because I be damned if that lesson ain't hit me in my heart too. You know what? Damn it, I ain't got the cards for certain things too. I got to,
Nigga.
I got to
Yeah.
humble
No, it's true. He
myself.
came to because the crazy thing about it, right? He said like the journalist questioned Zelensky, say, "You're not even wearing a suit." I'm like, "Y'all focus, bro." He said
Yo, but
Zelensky fired back, said, "Yo, I'll get one either cheap as yours, affordable as yours, or even better." And then from there, it just went downhill, man. With JD
yeah,
Vance,
it was getting nasty from there. It's like too much ego on the line, like with
yeah,
too many lives on the line. Like that's where I could disagree with the way that the conversation went, right?
yeah,
Because It's too many people's lives on the line for two men's egos to be broadcasted like this. At the same token, I can understand one man trying to check the next, one man of power trying to check the next man of power who just got help from that man. I can understand that. You know, you come to the country. It's a broader. I think it's a broader message too, because Trump has taken a real hard stand on certain type of immigration, and then how certain immigrants feel about Americans and America itself. So him taking that starch stance against a president from other borders is sort of like the same stance. Is sort of like a blanketing movement on there's certain things we'll accept here in America and certain things we not accepting. Like and it's that, like I said, it's that empowering feeling that he gives to the everyday American that I really appreciate.
Got you,
Yeah.
brother. You clip. How you feel about that Zelensky Trump situation?
I don't even care.
So, Cliff, you know what? I gotta agree with you because I don't think none of that has anything to do
Yeah,
with
zero
us.
effect on anything that goes on in our neighborhoods and our community. I could care less, yo.
You know what? I thought the same. I thought the same thing too. Don't get me wrong. And I was just watching out for policy, see what's going to affect the dollar of the consumer. Like, will that the inflation and everything else? That's what I'm really concerned about. Like, how
Inflation
does
gonna be an inflation. It is what it is, right?
exactly that's why I said too, because we survived. Oh, my bad, God. My bad, God.
Now you good, you good, you good.
I was saying that
We survived off the worst.
exactly, like people like
We've been inflated our whole lives. Like, what are we talking about? Like, for our community.
Exactly.
disenfranchised and such.
No,
'Cause I
that's
see
definitely true.
some people are very caught up in this, like emotionally, like especially like in the comment section. We got a brother Tariq saying we're not making no sense tonight. I'm not here to debate politics. Like I see people get so embedded, like they get so engulfed in it, like they want to go at each other's throats over politics. I'm like, do I really care?
Oh, he talking about the Moore stuff. I don't even care, bro. Like, I don't want to hear that Moorish talk tonight. This is hip hop and politics. I don't really want to do all that Moorish back to Africa talk right now, bro. Like, I'm good on that. No disrespect. I get it. I respect the history and all of that, but I don't care. I don't care. Like, I'm just being honest. I just don't care right now. B. Like, it's always it's always the extra one super pro black, super history buff. You ain't even been to Morocco to even talk that. Shut up,
bro. All right, enough of that.
Hell, Cliff, put the gun away, bro. We gotta go. We gotta go.
That's our NYP family. But tonight we're not going.
Shut up.
Yeah, we're not going in depth into politics.
One love.
I'm
love, but come on, bro.
Trump
is going to do what he do. He's in the position of power. He putting his foot down. Whatever he's doing it. We can sit here and complain all day long about what he's doing, and guess what? It's still going to get done. It don't matter.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So everybody's there complaining. First off, black people complaining. We need to be complaining about not being unified. That should be our biggest argument.
Facts. What were the gunshots at? I can't find the. You know what I'm saying?
We can complain about this white man doing all this that he's been doing. They've been doing crazy stuff. They've been doing stuff forever. They're gonna continue to do what they do, right? This is the perfect time. Like I was watching the David Banner interview. This is the perfect time for us to be more unified than anything.
Facts, true indeed. Because I'm not bothered by the presidency of Trump. I embrace it because the reason I know we all in our 40s. When Bush was in power, I wasn't like talking that fear talk like Bush is gonna wipe us out, because I'm like, they will do what they have to do. At the end of the day, the politicians will do what's right and exact for them. I have to make sure I measure my actions in my own personal life decision to make sure my family is good. Not being selfish, but self-preservation, as they put it. I gotta look out for what I'm doing, make sure I'm on accord with the law and whatever is taking place.
Yes,
I'm not gonna be what up, Ron? I'm not gonna be online crying. Hulkamania.
Oh, here you go.
What you gonna do, brother? When Brother Brown comes round on you. You know what, God?
You took your shirt off. Why you look like you just did a whole jokes?
Yo, that's what he look like.
I'm taking it back to the
alibi. Your man
taking it
think
back
he
to that.
Bishop. He think he Bishop.
I don't give a fuck
Now you
about
want
y'all.
to come to Q party, huh? Now you want to hear Q DJ, huh?
Yo,
Somebody
Raheem
shot
is
Raheem.
dead. Somebody shot him.
Yo, somebody shot Raheem, man.
Yo, what happened to brother Tariq? What happened? He
Oh
said,
man,
"I'm out. I'll catch y'all later."
Because
he
we
was
was
talking
talking
about
about
Zelensky and
Trump and he didn't agree with our viewpoints on Trump. And it's like, all right, holler back, brother. Go do your thing.
Yeah, peace and love,
Like,
brother.
peace and
Holla
love.
back, young. Woo, woo.
But
Holla back.
my main
Tariq been
concern.
around. Tariq been around for a minute though. But
No, salute to him. I mean, he's a supporter, so salute to him. But my thing is, the problem with us is that as soon as somebody got a different political viewpoint in
Break them off.
American politics, everybody gets in their feelings and they catch an attitude about it and they act like they try to make everything personal. Dog, I don't give it. Trump gonna do what Trump do.
Simple.
The government gonna do what
and
they
don't
do.
and don't give Ron Brown no ammo to keep poking. I love to poke people. So if you super into politics, man, and I catch you, I'm gonna fuck with you a little bit. I gotta do it.
And I love to
He
be an
said, I
American.
gotta do it.
Listen, like I was saying
He said,
before.
it's just my nature.
But back to the topic, like I was saying before, like we need to be more, especially our community, right? Because our community, we got the most division amongst ourselves than any other community, right?
Facts.
I feel in this country. We need to be more focused on worrying about being unified than worrying about what this man is doing because they're gonna do what they do regardless. And if we gonna catch the brunt of it, then we need to be more unified to be prepared for it.
Exactly.
I think like this when it comes to politics. I think like Cliff said, if you don't agree with the political views, then you're the bad person. You're on the wrong side. But I think a lot of times it's really because it's trending to say it's trending just to follow the leader, and it shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to Trump, we know he's a racist. I believe Biden was a racist. I believe Bush was a racist. So you just can't say, "Oh, he's a racist." Yeah, they all are. They all have racism in them. They all, to me, it's just my opinion. I feel like most of them come from where they looking at us like, "We just need your vote. Shut up and vote." And here's some scraps. Do what you can with these scraps. How we've been doing, and figuring it out. Because that's all Black people been doing forever is figuring it out and finding loopholes within the law. We know this. So when people start talking that old politics, oh, you're not for us, you're not down. It's not that I'm not down. It's just I may not agree with you. I may not agree with him. I may agree with some of the things Trump is doing. I may agree with some of the things you're saying, but I still have to have a broad outlook on the whole thing. It just can't be because
Exactly, man. We
she's
gotta look
black.
at
I gotta rock with her because it's a lot of shit I didn't agree with. Me personally, I was going to vote for my man Cornel West.
Listen,
That's who I was. That's who my vote was going to go for.
yo, Eric B for president. I didn't care. Let me tell you, first and foremost,
Straight like that, hip hop all day, every beat.
This political thing, like our people need to be politically educated and not vote with your emotions, because whatever happened to like politics, having an opinion in politics, your who your ideology is for you, being independent in your own thoughts. Like it was a constitutional right to have your own opinion. Now, if you're not part of the mob, all of a sudden you're outcasted. You're not black enough. Yo, that has nothing to do with politics, bro.
I'll tell you what happened. Entertainment.
Exactly.
We fell in love with entertainment more than actual movement.
Yeah, that's America. Now I want to say this: Donald Trump and President Zelensky, they were at I believe the Oval Office. They were having a discussion about a minerals deal. Zelensky was there to sign a minerals deal.
Yep.
And he went there. I think he was briefed before to come in with a suit, and he came in dressed pretty much down
commando.
And they were having the discussion over a minerals deal. JD Vance was there, and Zelensky started kind of like talking a little bit out of term a little bit. But it wasn't their reaction toward Zelensky was uncalled for, especially on national television for people to see, for the world to see. I knew that the world was going to react from what happened in the Oval Office. I knew the public was going to react, but I had no idea that Europe was going to react, and I had no idea. So now, from the way I see it, the way Trump is moving and the way he presented himself in that Oval Office, he's kind of propping himself up to be the bad wolf, and I just don't think that's good for our socio-economic climate that we're in right now.
He's a
Yeah, we
businessman. He's
touched
not a
on that.
politician. We
Yo,
touch. He's not.
We touched on that because we were saying about it wasn't too good of a look to have so many egos displayed like that. Like
Hmm.
we definitely touched on that. Like there is at some point where you didn't follow the rules. Like this is a truism. If you were briefed to wear a suit and you decided not to, and you decided to, like you said, talk a little out of turn, then there was some checking that had to be had that checking had to happen. I don't think that was the proper venue for it.
No.
But at the same token, my other point to that, Ron, before you got on was he takes that strong stance on immigration or on how Americans are treated on the larger stage, like point blank. Like he
Yep.
does take a strong stance in that. So for you to come into the most prestige office of our country and just disobey what we ask, just dress up, just something simple, put a suit on. You don't put
I
the
think
suit on. Then you talk crazy. And we gave you the money. And you talk
Mm.
crazy. And that's like that's kind of disrespectful. It's sort of like you just think you could get what you want. You putting on a show for your people. And that's why Trump told him you're playing a dangerous game because you're playing with World War III. This is why he told him that. Because you came here on the affront. You came here just disobeying and then saying, I want to get this deal done. But you already not meeting us halfway. You already didn't wear the suit. You already talking backwards. So where was it supposed to go from there? Like you was supposed to get checked because at that point it's like, yo, that's audacious.
Yeah.
Okay, now look, one thing, shout outs to Nana, yeah, if you're watching. She told me, she said that President Zelensky dressed like that all the time,
Hmm.
regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
But as you were saying, Shawnee, if this is our culture, our country, our customs, we're asking you
Respect.
to put a suit on. Why can't you just comply?
Can I add to that?
Yeah,
You know how they say you dress for the job that you want, you dress the part.
yeah.
That's the same formality. Like basically, he thought that the same rules will apply for Trump's presidency because he did that with Biden when he got, when he went for the first time and received the funds. Just wear your sweater, whatsoever. And right now, it's mostly what's going on with this whole Doge thing. They're trying to find accountability for the dollars. Like, you going, you're waging this war, or you defending yourself, and you need more funding. So this is costing us. All right, give us the mineral deals in exchange for that, or we could just put it into this war where we don't have to, give you money. Let's just put it in. Let's put it into this war. Have a peace deal. But Zelensky's looking at it as if the sovereignty of his nation is at threat. But if they're making a peace deal, I don't see no threat there. You
I
get what I'm
see a
saying?
threat. The reason why I see a threat there because uh, 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 Putin
Hmm.
doesn't honor his agreements a lot of the time. So he'll shake your hand, yeah, 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 we're gonna do that, and sign the dotted line, and
Hmm.
then 2 weeks later he'll do something. He'll do something else. This dude is like the ultimate villain on the
isn't that?
Yeah, that's
planet.
what they
Hold
that's what
on.
they say.
Isn't that most rich white people?
I don't know,
But
man.
but
This
I think
nah.
Putin's ambition is on a different level, and his
Yeah,
his ambition is on a, like, if you know how Putin came up to where he's at, like he came up from like a
yeah.
general foot soldier, like, and then he got into their big
KGB.
boy army. Yeah, then he kept moving his way up and moving his way. He's a very ambitious man, yo. He's not to be trifled with. And when I'm thinking about it, your man might be afraid of the long. He might be afraid of the long game.
Right,
Is
right,
what he
right.
might be afraid of. Now that you
Yep.
even brought that up, Ron, that's a thought that comes to
You
my
know
mind.
why
Because
he
he
should be
may
afraid? My bad, Shawnee.
no, no, please
He should
interject.
he should be afraid because let's keep it real. That war with Ukraine and Russia is a proxy war for America. Biden
Yeah,
was
but
funding that. My thing is, you got the UN, the NATO, and all that. You got people edging in on the door, my doorsteps, and America's backing you. I'm looking at America as an enemy as well. If I'm Putin,
do y'all think they respect Trump? Like seriously, like, do you really
Yes,
think these other politicians really
No, no,
respect him
yes, yes, I
politically?
do. I
I
You
don't
do.
think
think.
so?
No, politically, he
Yes,
said politically.
But politically,
yes,
I
I
don't
do.
think they
Yes.
look at him as a real suffice leader for the country. If you,
I don't.
for
I'm
me,
sorry.
me personally, and when you look at Trump, you we know him for being for real estate, right?
hmm
We know him for being, I want to say, trust fund inheritance kid, right? We don't know him for being no real politician to be like, yo, this guy can lead us in the right direction. Now, if you are one of those blacks who think $1,200 is what it takes for you to vote and feel secure about yourself, 1,200 ain't 12,000, and 12,000 ain't enough either. I'm just saying, but I don't think the real politicians that run their country in a certain way looks at Trump as a true political leader to say like, I trust you to, I can trust what you're saying. This is why I'm gonna dress. I don't care if you want me to come with a suit. A suit don't make me. We talking about mineral aids, money. I don't care about the suit. The suit don't matter. I'm here for this. So what? I dress like I wore a t-shirt. Vance and look who Trump got. What is Elon Musk doing? Like that's his man. Like he's running the Treasury program. This dude is. I don't understand. They don't take him seriously.
he
I don't
fund
think
them.
so.
No,
But
no,
why?
no.
But
I
why
don't.
Elon
not
Musk
No, no,
though?
no.
Like at the
He's
end
funding
of
not.
the
them.
day, I
He's not
don't think
running the
that.
treasury program. Elon Musk. Elon Musk is running Doge, which is pretty much like almost like a tech company, pretty much.
Auditors.
Yeah, auditors. And that's pretty much it, but not the treasury though.
Mm-mm.
I
And
just
then
don't see
on the
where he
other
got
hand,
people that.
oh, but on the other hand, I mean, like you said, like black people and $1,200. Like I know some black people who took that $1,200 and turned it into thousands of dollars. Like I know some black people who took that money and put it in some stocks and popped. Like
Now that's
so,
good. I
we
agree.
have to, not always look at what's being presented. We don't always have to accept the long lines that we saw on Fordham Road or the treachery that we've seen in the hood during that time, or people just blowing that 1,200. There are a lot of people who took that 1,200 and did the right thing with it. And then at the end of the day, I'm not too positive if this actually happened, but I think I heard wind of him signing a bill that allows the senior citizens to receive like 2,100 a month, an extra 2,100 a month. But you have to understand that 1,200 that we got as the younger Americans, that the older Americans paid for, because that came from their money, and now they're getting two times that back a month. So there's some things that we gotta really like. You gotta look at that too. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
I
Like that's
respect
a
that.
power. Like that's a power move. He let the old take care of the young, and now the younger taking care of the old. That's a power move. That kind of move has to be respected. There are countries on the planet where the unemployment rate is like 28%. So he's doing a pretty decent job. He prevented a few wars. Like he prevented that North Korean war. He shut that
Yeah,
whole thing down.
yeah, he went
And
out there.
he shut that down by himself.
Yeah,
He didn't even say, "Yo, I'm gonna talk to you from afar. I'm gonna call you from my office." Nah, I'm gonna come to your doorstep. Yo, homie, what you talking about? Yo, what's
he
that?
did.
What you said?
He did.
Nuclear what? Huh?
No,
Oh
I
yeah,
agree
pipe
with you
that
with some
down.
of the stuff he do.
Pipe
I
that
agree with
down.
some of the stuff that he
Right?
does.
And then also he was the one. If people would have listened, this where that whole racism thing, kind of kicks up in a lot when it was like when he said, "Yo, He's just really harsh with his words. He said, "Yo, said Chinese disease," and everybody was like, "Oh, that's racist." You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody say nothing about no West Nile disease. Ain't nobody say nothing about no Spanish flu or nothing like that.
Mm,
The Spanish
talk
flu don't
that.
even come from the Spanish.
Right.
So
Talk
now
that
let's
shit.
be real. Like when diseases come around, they 9 times out of 10 they're named after the place that they came from. That disease came from over there. He told you. When he said Joe, be careful about these people that they letting in. They say he told you. He told you in no uncertain terms, and that's the problem with America. You're not used to being spoken to straight. So when the man told you, yo, the criminals is coming. Everybody said, nah, see, that's what we were saying about you. And then what happened? What
Yeah.
happened? How many women got robbed? How many squatters popped up? How many people started defrauding the welfare system? How many people went down to the Supreme Court system and tried to get rights? You've been here 6 months.
Mm,
Y'all done collected and tried to get rights. They had to get shut down.
that's a fact.
So all that time, all that money, all that wasted, and then you couldn't even arrest these people. You know why?
Mm.
Because once you arrest them, then you gotta put them in the system. Once they in the system, they in the system.
Taxpayer dollars
So
will fund
now,
that.
right now it's a gray area, right? So now we're
Mhm.
like, yo, now we gotta send them back. Now everybody is on board to send them back, but nobody wanna look back and say, hey, yo, you know what? Dog told us.
Mhm.
Dog told us on Twitter. Nah, dog told you personally. Like dog told you in your pocket on your phone, bro. He hollered at you.
And
Yo, this
and,
is
and
what's
and
going
he's
on.
he's talking on Twitter and something called True Social. Anyone know what True Social
That,
is?
that's a social media platform he created. But don't forget, people are so
Oh,
easily
he
Don't.
created that?
yeah. People are
Wow.
so again. Us here, we're neither Trump or Kamala, not Democrat, Republican. You're offended by what Trump says. Again, he's not a politician. He's not offended by a politician. He's a whole fact. New
Hey
Yorker, how he
Mike, I
speaks.
can't hear you. Your mic.
Trump is not a politician. He speaks how he speaks, like a businessman. You get what I'm saying? He has no filter. But you're not offended by when Joe Biden say, "If you don't vote for me, you're not black." You didn't find that
No,
offensive,
no,
though,
no.
right?
Some of us were offended. I'm just
Some
saying, I
people.
don't think that a lot of
Some.
the politicians were who really respect Trump. I'm just saying, I agree with Shawnee with with the thing that he how he comes out and says things. He's straightforward with it. I agree with you with that, like wholeheartedly. He just going to tell you what it is. It's just sometimes the way he does things. It's like, okay, you didn't really think this one through all the way, because this affects other people sometimes. It doesn't just affect who you're really targeting at the time. So that's all I'm saying about Trump.
These politicians don't respect Trump because Trump ain't a politician. This is what
Thank
people
you. That's
keep
what I said.
forgetting.
He
He's
came on his
not a
own merit.
politician. I'm not a politician, bro. I came in here to let y'all know that all of y'all is liars. All of y'all is
Mm-hmm.
full of. All of y'all are full of shit. Let's
Thank
keep
you.
it all the way a buck. You've been lying to people instead of just keeping it a buck, and I'm here to shut all this nonsense down. And yeah, I'm gonna protect mine. And anybody riding with me gonna ride. And if you ain't riding, we get you up out of here.
Right.
Yo, well, while we
Right.
talk about
And
politics,
when has that like since when has there been a problem with having pride in being an American? Like since when has that been a problem? Since when? Like
2020,
why people don't stand up for their country like that no more? What
since
happened?
2020.
2020. And
But
you know
let me
what it
ask
is
you
No,
too?
a
I
question.
mean even from before 2020, like it's like people don't have that good old American
Since
pride no more.
Obama
Like
came in office.
I mean, it's probably from before that, because it's
Before
like
that.
when I'm thinking about it, it's like a lot of the things that we used to produce, we don't produce anything, right? Like a lot of pride comes off of work, and if we don't have the work as a country to produce, then we don't have the work as a country to produce pride. We so used
Mm.
to buying this and like, and in my philosophy on America is this is the mall. Like America is the mall, right? America is the mall, and the people who own the stores, they come from other places on the planet, right? And so we're just like basically like the consumers. Like that's
Somebody
just
looking
what
for
we
their mother.
become. You know,
Oh,
you
sorry.
understand? We used to produce and sell things. Like it used to be an import export kind of a thing. Now it's just mostly an import thing. Like I can remember when China got too expensive and America started trading with Indonesia, even for like little toys, like the little pop toys you get out the 25-cent machine. You know what I mean? You got so used to just getting gimme. And now it's to the point where you gotta say gimme at the cheapest prices. Like gimme that. Yeah, but see now look, we could have been making things and producing things and sending people out to make bigger and better things in different countries and been making money like that. And that's the problem. The problem is we don't have that anymore. We don't have people who look at us with respect, like the dream team. Like, you understand? Like the dream team. Like the dream team got on the planet and made everybody fans. Like, that's how America used to be. And not to harp on too much sports, but I think that's what everybody's disappointment in the men's USA basketball team is now, because of what it represented to all of America as America, going out there and dominating. And it's just not like that no more. And we made it like that. So at some point, some change has to be made. Stop making people lazy. You got to get up off this welfare. They cut that joint down. What you used to get in a month, you get in 3 months now. People complaining about that, but I bet you they do something about it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, I'm sorry. One last thing. McDonald's was paying people by the day and saying, we'll give you free food. And people still wasn't coming to work. That's a problem.
Yeah, man.
So while we on politics, right? How you feel about your man, the mayor?
Cool.
No
Oh,
comment.
He
go.
going down?
cool.
Ain't
Let's
he
go.
going
$8.
down?
Let's
$8.
go.
Nah, he's not
He
going
said
down.
that's
His-
ghost.
Ghost. Why we not? He's ghost. I don't know why we don't see this.
Yo, yeah, man.
He from
I,
Brooklyn. He ran with a gang in Queens. He
Yeah.
man,
just
with
so,
the
just so happened to be a street dude. Now you ghost, fam. You made it. You are ghost.
Mhm.
You are. What's his
He
name?
going to
You are
go.
James St. Patrick.
Yeah. Eating
yo, let
dollars.
me tell you, your man Trump helped him get all his charges dismissed, so he doesn't have to go to court no more. And then he turns around and sues Trump because Trump took 80 million out of his account, because I basically saying, yo, you don't need all that. Take this and we win.
Yeah.
So he wants 80 million back.
Listen,
This
you
is
pay for that freedom.
bro. What you just
He said
said
you
was
don't need all
bro.
that.
What you just said was the first season of Power when homie took Ghost Club. This is exactly what we watched.
Now, real quick. Let's move along because we got a lot to talk about. We got Cameron and Ocho versus versus Ocho versus Jim Jones versus 50 Cent.
Cameron versus everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
Is it really a
hey, yo,
versus, or he
50
just said what he said? That was it, and everybody did
Yo,
feel
50 blame 50 50 say it's Jim Jones and Joel's fault that Tank got the draw.
Cam said it's bad energy.
Bad energy over there.
He said the bad energy.
I agree with Cam. I agree with Mace. I agree with those fellas both, because let me tell you something. For some reason, New York has had the worst energy when it comes to entertainers and sports. It's just, for the past few years, if you've noticed that, they have not really been consistent with no real
Wait,
positive.
Trev, just to keep everything in context, in the proper context. The reason why Cam said that is because Tank was brought out by Jim Jones with the.
I know. I know.
Okay.
I saw him when it came out. When I saw them, when I agree with Cam, because when I saw them, first of all, I was wondering what the hell was Joel singing, and like, what song do you have that's really going to amp you up to really knock this dude out? And when 50
Santana
added
Town.
fuel, oh please, whatever. When 50 added the fuel to the fire and said, one artist is missing teeth and one is trying to show a chrome heart scarf, I was like, yeah, you can't be serious.
Yo, 50 said that.
Read the caption. Read it, yo. One losing his teeth and one trying to show off a Chrome Heart scarf.
Oh
Crazy.
my god,
Yo.
yo,
Cam said something too.
nasty.
Cam said the funny thing. He like something about dudes not even from Brooklyn. And so he's like, where they from?
He said everybody looking sad, faking like they happy. I've been saying this for the longest. There's a lot of unhappy people running around in the entertainment trying to show that they got all this money when they really don't. If you look at all the people who Jim is hanging around, they are all like underlings. Like everybody has jewelry. Everybody is basic. There's no like I want to be like him. I want to be like. You can bump into these dudes on Fordham Road for real. Literally, bump into them on Fordham.
I
And
seen
we
Jones
might
on
have
55th in the summertime.
right. We may have more money than them because we work every day. These dudes put out a song. Ain't nobody really getting no money off streaming.
I'm trying
Not
to
not
find that
them.
50 post.
Go to his page. It's
Instagram.
on there. It's on Instagram. But you can tell
Remember
like
that
these
receipt
people
though.
are in their right space. Slow Bucks it hangs out with everybody. Who he hangs out with everybody. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's just
whoever's
everywhere.
popping, whoever grabs the mic, he's with it. You know what I'm saying? Mano, I feel like Mano is the only one who's really living it, living truth to anything. Jewels looks like I'm trying to figure it out. I got one foot in a rehab. I got one foot in the street. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I'm doing with the music. It's wild over there. It looks
The dress is
crazy
wild.
in that,
Dress.
Hey
in that
yo.
whole era.
Yo,
It looks
50 is
crazy over
bugging.
there. When you look at it,
Yo.
just look at it. Take a picture of all of them. It just looks crazy over there. There's no
Yo,
women in that circle at all.
Never
Like it's
was.
just wild over there. It just looks weird. It's a real extraordinary weirdness in that whole circle of gangbangers. Literally, like
Is
you have to
that
see this. Like
extraordinary weirdness?
a bunch amongst
Wow, bro.
gangbangers. Like it's
Wow. Wow.
crazy.
Where
I'm
do
gonna
you
It's
keep it a
even
buck.
crazy.
know what these
I don't want
sayings,
to be
Trey?
hanging around
Where
men
I'm
no
you
gonna
day.
keep it
be
a buck. I'm gonna
getting
say
these
this. Let
from?
me just say this. Let me just say this. I'm gonna say this. I think it gets to a point where hip hop and certain hip hop artists haven't matured yet. It's like they want to live their second
Exactly.
childhood, and you're pushing 50.
Exactly. Jim Jones
Like,
like 16.
like at this stage, I don't care how fly you are, because if you've been getting money for all this, if you've been getting money for all these years, you don't got to prove to us that you fly. You got money already.
Mm, exactly.
At some point, if you blew 20 M's, according to him, if you blew 20 M's on private jets that you don't own and all this other stuff, and it's not against Jim personally, but if you did all of this, that's kind of idiotic. Because that
That's a
20 million could have
lot
went
of
back into
money, yo.
rebuilding Harlem to be something better.
It's a
But
yeah, I want to
lot of
nah,
say
money.
this. I want to say this about Jim Jones and Joel Santana, all these guys, right? So these
Still love
dudes,
Joel's.
Joel's is like what, 42 right now, 41,
Mm-hmm.
40, 42.
41, 42. And then you
His
got
mouth is about 55 with the
you
teeth
you got
missing.
you got Jim Jones who's about 50 getting to it,
49.
right? Now, I don't know how y'all grew up, right? But when I was young and I saw men who were 40 and up,
Mhm.
right? They looked completely different back. They looked way more mature and they acted way more mature. What I'm going to pose this question to you, the
Mhm.
panel. Do you think that us as a people, we need to revamp the guy code and rites of passage?
Yes,
Most,
can I
most
speak
definitely.
first? Ron, the 40-year-olds you saw growing up that we saw coming up, most of those 40-year-olds had probably already did at least 20 years. So when
Mhm.
they came home, they
Look
was
preserved.
on some, I'm not going back. I know what time it is. I know what's behind the wall. Listen to me. Jim Jones has yet to go behind the wall and do any real time to realize that I know what's over there. I've experienced that. Not just to rap about it because somebody else did it. It's about you going there and really saying, "Oh shit, I got to do something different with my life because I know what's behind the wall."
But
When
even
he
the,
bumps into that,
but even here's my thing. I agree with you. But here's the thing. Look at the culture that we celebrate when it comes to these old heads. We praise all the old drug dealers. They come
Mhm.
home and get worshipped and still be trying to be outside popping like they still like it's like they still in their heyday. Look, Beach came home and praised Meach. Poe came
Mhm.
home and praising Poe. And every time they try to do some young boy shit, they get
mhm,
exposed or they get bodied.
Mhm.
Nobody comes home and says, you know what, I had my heyday. I'm Gucci. I'm gonna just stay
let me
out the
go
way
get a
over
job.
here,
Right.
right?
Mhm.
Everybody's looking for this internet fame, and then don't realize the internet don't care about none of y'all. We don't care about none of y'all. None
You
of
know
us
who moved
care.
differently? You know who did that differently? King Tut from Brooklyn. Shout out to East New York. He came home.
He need
He's
to stop
speaking
making
differently.
videos though. He need to
Yeah,
stop making videos too.
I know,
Because
but you know,
it's an attention. It's a money grab. It's an attention because you making
somebody
these
grab.
videos to try to sell a book. Like
Kevin Charles did the same thing though.
But
Kevin
let me tell
Charles
you
came
though,
home. He did it too.
but he's not.
He's
He's
been
not like.
quiet.
Hold on. I know we're going.
Kevin
I
Charles
know.
live out here.
Yo, I know we're going on with the flow, right? But I just posed a question to the panel. I just posed a question. Should we change the guide code in the so-called black community? And should there be a change in the rites of passage?
I don't.
Where's the right
I
passage?
think
How
you
many?
gotta given the reason you asking the question, right? I think you gotta like separate certain things, right? Cause it's like what Clip was saying. If you living for the internet, you gonna do things for the internet. Like you can't be considered uh a part of reality to a certain extent. Like you know what I'm saying. You're not an actual influence. Like influences are not actual influences. Like you know what I'm saying. So you may have a bunch of kids around you, but you gotta understand that's when the camera is rolling. Everything you see is when the camera's rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you see is when the camera's rolling. So I don't know if it comes in a question when we're looking at people who are chasing what it takes to be famous now. You know what I'm saying? You kind of put yourself out of this race. Uh,
You got. Go ahead.
but day to day, if you if you just look in the street, you don't see men in their 40s dressing like children. You don't see that really that often. Like you now, if I see a man in his 40s, normally he might look like me. He may got paint on his jeans. He may got his boots may be a little hit, but his kids is good. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like it might be like I see a lot of them type. I seen a man the other day. I could tell he worked so hard. Yo, his son had the freshest Jordans on, the cleanest jeans, the cleanest. He's sitting right next to him. They on the train. He's sitting right next to him, but you can see where his money went. You know, so I'm not sure if it's a thing that needs to be revamped. I think it's just people who get caught up in certain lifestyles, and then which lifestyle gets the most light shone on it. If the working man got the sun for a day, it you would see different things.
The working man's a
The
sucker,
working man is not
according to
nah. The
Sonny.
working man is never a sucker.
According to Sonny,
What he said? What he said? He gotta get
the
up
working
every
man is not a
day.
sucker.
He
Hmm.
gotta get up every day, yo. He gotta do what he gotta do. He gotta listen to this man. He gotta work long hours. It's not easy for the working man. If
It's
he
not.
got the sun, then you would see. Like people would be like, I
See,
think
I,
that
I
that would
think,
be no. Go ahead.
I think
I was
that
gonna add some.
we we forget that we got this thing like you said, Sean. I agree with you. We shun the 9 to 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in all actuality, every woman's going to need a 9 to 5 eventually. Let's just put that out there.
Mm.
Secondly, what what the industry tries to show you is that they just shows you the so-called glitz and the glamour. That's a 9 to 5 job because if Jim has a boss, and if that album don't sound like something I can stream, then you got to take that back to the drawing board. You got to go back to your supervisor and say, hey, this is my work for the week. Do you approve of this? This is a nine. He does have a 9 to 5, and it just pays a little more money. But let's just say now that that album is out, he ain't gonna have another. Like you don't get a check again until you put out another album.
Yo, but does it pay?
So
Does it
he's a
does it
nine
pay
to
more
five
than a
like
nine to
us. He
five?
just makes it look, huh?
Show
Does it
money does.
actually pay
Show
more?
money does.
Show
Well,
money.
well, well. No,
And he
but
was
what
just
I'm
spouse to
saying
King
is this.
Fuego. So let's
No,
let's
but
show you
what
that
I'm
that shows
saying
you
is
how much
this.
he's getting.
No, but yeah, exactly, and thank you, Trev. 'Cause that's exactly what I was gonna say. When you look at the shows that you get and how frequent you get them, is it actually adding up? Because you can have all that jewelry could be old, all that jewelry could be costume. I'm never there. I'm
Exactly.
never there. Like I'm never there. Yo, I saw on YouTube they got this jewelry now that they selling that's
Moisture nights.
fake as hell. That pass all the diamond tests.
Yeah.
Moisture
You
Exactly.
nights.
would never even know now.
Yeah.
It's
You
all
know,
an
you know that
illusion.
test with the. It's all it's all an illusion, and then that's when it boils down to this, right? How many people who actually grew up on Dipset, right? Check it out, are gonna fall for that illusion. How many of us? We sit here talking negatively about it now. And when you could look and see Mace, and you could look and see Cameron, and you could see they on the next level. Like they only rap now just to show you that they still got, which is so beautiful. I
Look, they don't
still
even
got
rap
it.
to
I
show you
still
that they still
cooking.
got it. They can
That's
still
it.
do shows. Mace can go and do Harlem World album for the next 6 years, and we will go like, "Oh shit, you remember that?" You Jim can he can do that, but he chooses not to.
No,
He
but he
can't
would
sell
have
out.
to be a part of somebody's
Yeah,
event.
he can't go out like a Mace can. He can't be like,
He
"Oh, Mace
claimed
is
he
on it,"
could do a versus though.
huh?
He
Not
claimed he
without.
could do a
Hell
versus.
no. Hey, he got enough work.
He does
Hold on.
have work. He
Let me
does
not
have a
say
good
hell no.
body of work,
He
but I
has a
don't
lot
think
of
Jim
work.
has
But who would he go up
the
against?
ethic.
It would be like, okay, who would you accept him? Like you are
He has a
underground.
lot of
Who
underground
you gonna go
street
with?
hits.
Sheik?
He ain't got no commercial records
No,
like that's taken on.
Only
no.
the
Like
one. Only the baller.
He would have to go
Maybe some
against
in
Joel
Miami.
Santana.
Some in Miami is still
Mixtape.
tough though.
Just mixtape. He got mixtape and a few. Jones got like a total of
he
4
dropped a
bangers.
bunch of
4 to 5.
independent albums. You're not gonna sit here and act like he didn't. He did. He dropped a bunch of independent albums because
He
I'll
got
help
work. He
for
got
one
work.
of them. But what I'm saying is, this,
A versus with 50 would not work.
like my man still said, you kind of local.
Local dog, like
What
right.
Queen Latifah told Q?
He just
Oh, you
local.
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 Yo.
He can't do a versus with 50. It's not gonna
But
work.
let's
I don't know
but
why
look
he
at,
said
look at
something stupid like that.
but look how music look how it is.
Yo,
The
Clint, you
people
was a
look
funny
at let's
dude,
just
bro.
look at this for example. Cam, Mace, who else that they have everybody who's left music seem to be happier and made more money. People who are still rapping are literally like interning at this point, like still trying to go become a manager.
Because the market
Because
shift. The market shifted.
exactly,
That's
there's
like
no
Cassidy. Like
vampire life
Cassidy had to go
record.
to battle rap. Yeah, you right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
So when
And
you
he's
leave,
trash in
like
battle.
it's
You
horrible.
think so?
So like Cam,
Now, but I'm sorry,
exactly.
Trev. Land your point, Trev.
And it's like, look at Joe Button. Joe Button went from rapping to podcasting and has
Mm.
made more money in podcasting and is happier. He was a damn near a drug addict during his whole rap career,
But he
and
can
now
rap
look at
though.
him.
But
He
he
can
can rap.
But
definitely rap.
it's not about your
He's
talent no more.
stupid
See, the
nice.
thing is, the game. What people got to understand is that these labels and these streaming platforms have manipulated the game so much that these artists really can't make money unless you at a status like Kendrick or Drake or Taylor Swift. Hip hop itself is we're in a place where
Hip hop is dead.
we're not really generating no money. We generate money, but it doesn't come to us.
Right.
Yeah.
Nah.
We the last people to
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah,
Right.
not like how it used to come. You used to have to find a way to make that source yours. They done cut off all the faucets.
Well,
They
Yeah.
done
yo, I
cut off
want
all the faucets.
Hold on, Ron. Before you go further, Ron, you said to revamp the culture. We can revamp the culture. The rites of passage that we did have back then, as you mentioned, were narrated by gangster movies that we wanted to emulate. We wanted to emulate being hardcore back then, listening to the tough rap songs. We was, look at it. We were influenced. The neighborhood. You had to have that bop when you walk, the mean mug, and this and that. We taught ourselves how to be men by showing brute force. It was never by using your intellect. By some, those that use the intellect, we made fun of. We wrote them off. So we have to go back to the drawing board, and really, brothers got to be able to hold each other accountable. You get what I'm saying? Not preach all day, but we got to show them ways on how to be a better human being. That's it.
well, I'm gonna say this, right? Like, I didn't necessarily get like a rites of passage, right? But I was raised by older dudes. Like, is my dad and his friends, right? And I'm gonna tell you this: the characters were colorful. They were colorful, right? So we had a drummer over here, a key player over here, and then somebody over here who has a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And so it was like all of these different personalities, and they would, tell me this is what you do in life. This is what you do in life. This is what you don't do in life. Like I had the older dudes raising me, right?
Mhm.
So that was kind of like my rites of passage. Now I don't know how you brothers came up. You know what I'm saying? Like who
Same
helped?
way.
Yeah.
Same way as yours. I said in the podcast, my story. Same way. Pops was around for a bit. His friends, uncles, and dudes from the block, and everything else for me was just hands on.
I was
Now,
in the pro-
now has that changed, or did you brothers go through the same thing?
yeah, pretty
Um,
much. I was raised by the
well,
older
I
head.
was raised single parent, single mother, so it was like,
Mhm.
yo, I didn't really. My brother was my father figure. You know what I'm saying? I listened to him more. Even I listened to my mother as well because she was more or less street. She was more street than a lot of dudes. So she tried to prevent us from going outside into the street. Like, listen, this is what's out there. Here it is for the silver plaque. This is what's outside. So I had that like that same upbringing that you had. Like, do this, don't do that. And
Mhm.
if you choose to do it, that's on you. She used to say, I can only lead you but so far. It's on you to go the rest of your way. And
But
that
now,
was that.
but now you had that conversation too, and Shawnee, I'm not gonna tell you how you lived your life. However, one thing I do know is that your family, from what I saw growing up, was like real tight. Like it'd be a lot. It'd be a lot of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Going here, going there, having cookouts and stuff like that. So, what was your upbringing?
Uh, kind of estranged. Um, cause that's one side of my family. Like, you know what I'm saying? And uh, that side is like how you say it. Like, though all of them mostly come from two people. So
Mhm.
it's like they and those two people have like four people, and them four people have like now like 15 people. So
Mhm.
that's really that. You know what I'm saying? That's not me.
Mm.
Like to be scarily honest. No, nobody really taught me like much on the come up like that. Like, and it kind of made me feel like it wasn't worth caring about. And so I just really ran about doing whatever I saw was outside,
Mhm.
if
Mhm.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
So so if you ask me about anything that like you could do in the hood, I could do that. So if you
Mhm.
like, yo, can you rap? Hell yeah, I could rap. Can you play
Mhm.
ball? Hell yeah, I could play ball. You hustle? Hell yeah, I hustle. In town, out of town. Like, like, and then it got to a point where it was like, it don't matter. It don't matter to me. Like, I swear, bro, I didn't see myself getting past 21, 22. Because
I can
I
relate.
didn't care.
Yeah.
I didn't care. Like, straight up and down, I swear to God, I did not care, bro. I didn't start caring, honestly caring, because loving and caring are two totally different things. So
Say it
I've been
again.
loved in my life, but I don't think I've been cared for in my life. So I didn't learn how to care for myself. And somebody said this in the comment, if you had to go to jail to learn something, you a big dummy. But that's not true. Because sometimes you just need a timeout.
You sure
And
do.
sometimes that timeout will save your life and save others' lives. So
Mm-hmm.
that's not a very fair blanketing statement because I can tell you what 3 years did for me. Just sitting down and being able to like concentrate on myself and like what was actually important to me. Like what did I want that I didn't receive that I could give to people. I've always been close with my nieces. So when I came home, my big brother, shout out to Dawns. I had a wonderful conversation with him over the weekend. I love you. I love the life out of you, bro. He did 16, 18 joints.
Damn.
When I came home, the very first thing I did, go ahead, baby, I'm coming to you. The very first thing I did was go get his daughter. You see? Because I learned how to care.
Real quick about that. I don't mean to cut you off, but this is the craziest thing. You know, this is kind of personal, but uh, growing up, I was around Shawnee. Shawnee was around me. You know, we would see each other at family gatherings and stuff like
Up,
that. We would be together building. Me and Shawnee never had a problem growing up. We were always got along growing up, right?
Because I always respected and looked up to you.
Oh, word, I never knew that, yo. That's what's up, bro. Yo, that's crazy. I never knew that.
Why do you look like you just did a real jokes? Me like this shit is bugging
He
me out.
went back to you know why he went back to it? Because you never answered the question.
Like you just went through somebody's
Hold on, real quick. I want to land this real quick. We gonna move on, but the craziest thing is I've known Shawnee since a kid. I've known his brother since a kid. I didn't even know they were brothers though. I never knew that. I found out that y'all were brothers more recently, probably in the past maybe 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's just mind blowing. But anyway,
but that goes to lend more credence to my point, bro. It's a strange one. You get what I'm saying? That go to lay a lot of credence to a point, like, you know what I mean? Hold up.
Right, and Don's grew up with us in Colonial.
Mm-hmm.
So this joint is that's just crazy. But anyway, yeah, so we got a lot to talk about, matter of fact. But Tank and Roach, who won that?
I say Roach.
It was a tie. It was a tie.
It was a tie.
You asking? Oh, wait. My bad. How are you asking? You asking what the outcome was or who you think won?
I would say who you think won.
I say Roach.
You know why Roach can't get it? You know why Roach can't get it? Because of that name. That name.
Okay, come on, Ron. Had nothing to do with the boxing skill. Yeah, he was tagging up.
I don't know.
They went at it.
I would say it was even. It was, to me, honestly, it was even because I really watched boxing, and even though Roach caught more headshots, pause, like he was catching them, Tank was tearing that body up, pause. Like he was hitting them with them body shots, crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think about his excuse of the grease being on?
Oh no, that made it look like you lost. He shouldn't have said none of that.
That was wild. That was wild. That was wild. I would have.
So you don't believe he took a knee? You don't believe he took a knee? To me, I was like,
he did take a knee. He didn't get hit. All right, to be clear about the situation, he did not get hit when he took that knee. Right?
No, he just.
And then to be honest with
you, he felt the pain later. That's what he did. He felt the pain later. That's why he had to take it.
That can happen.
That could happen. Like that could happen. But at the same token, Lamar Roach took a knee in that same fight too, and they ain't count for him neither.
That's
so
a
I'm
fact.
not too positive that you want to lean on that one right there, right, Clip? Like you don't want to lean on that. Like they talking about trying to get it overturned and so on and so forth. I don't think you even really want that. It could come out a whole different way.
Rematch.
I don't think you want that. Well, the rematch is that's automatic. Right.
Yeah. You talking about May?
Is in the contract. No, he's talking about sometime Talk about so he might do it sometime next year. He had a couple of joints lined up already. He's supposed to be fighting. He's supposed to be giving Pitbull Cruz the rematch, and so
Yeah, he
on
said
and
he
so
got about
forth.
4 more fights, but
Yo,
Now he got 5, 6 left in him because, and that's the thing. Now I wanna land on this too, right? And I love Tank, so I don't want nobody to get this twisted. But ain't nobody bigger than this, right? You always have to watch what you say, and you can't be letting people know what your next move is, especially when it's going to take money out their pocket. So
yeah, can
when
I
you
say this?
started telling people that
Mm,
I'm gonna retire, I'm gonna wrap it up real quick, Charles, so you don't forget your point.
okay.
When you start telling people that I'm gonna retire and I only got 4 more fights left in me, and you generate millions of dollars, somebody gonna get in your way if they can. If they can, they're gonna get in your way, even if it only add 1 or 2 more fights. Even if you just give them 1 or 2 more opportunities to stretch it out again. They're gonna do that, and he ran around. Yo, I'ma retire. Yo, I could beat Floyd. Yo, I could do this. Yo, I could. It was, I'm listening. I love Tank because it's a great story, and he has great talent to go behind it. But nobody is bigger than not letting nobody know what your next plan is, especially when it's gonna hurt them.
Yo,
Exactly.
let me say this. When Tank said that grease line, pause, about the grease in his eye,
He said that grease
that
line.
that reminded me of when Mike Tyson said he broke his back
It's spinal.
and the
He
Spinal.
broke his
niggas was
back. I
niggas
didn't even
always
know you
got
could move once you do that.
yo, that sounded like today's Mike Tyson when he said I broke my back. It was spinal. The
yo,
grease
but
went
hold
in
on,
my
hold on,
eye.
hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me say this right. As a person,
He's crazy.
as a person who grew up, fighting in tournaments and all of that. Me personally, and back then I had braids and all of that. So me personally, when he said that, I said that's a valid point because having long hair, especially, and then you're sparring or you're fighting, you're going round after round after round, you're sweating, or whatever's going on up top is gonna come down here in your eye. Like I was like, that's a valid thing right there.
It sounds very valid. You right. It just sounds crazy to say you lost because grease is in my eye.
But yo, that's
Now,
a valid point because if the
is
grease
it
keep
valid
going in
though?
your eye, the whole fight.
So go in the club nappy. I mean, go in the fight nappy. Nobody like we
Yeah.
don't care. We just want to
Yeah,
see you
yeah, yeah,
scrapped up.
yeah,
Stop,
yeah.
stop trying to be pretty at the fight.
That was just a bad reasoning. Now, and I get it. I used to have long hair too, play basketball, whip it, a braid, whip from around and pop me in the side of my eye. And it can happen. You know what I'm saying? It can happen, but it was a better way to, you should have wiped. You should have hit it with a shoulder roller. You was back. You should shoulder roll that. Do something. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
I
But
think he was trying to.
dropping to that knee,
He was trying to.
huh?
Pardon me, I'm going to cut you, but I think he was trying to. I think taking the knee was a good idea, but then something happened in the corner. His corner
They
should
was
have.
talking to him. They were
They should
like,
have figured it out from that point because
But
to
he
me,
wasn't listening to his corner. He really wasn't. At a
yeah.
certain point in the fight, if you look, he's arguing with his trainer, like, yo, and his trainer telling him, like, yo, shut up. You getting your ass whipped. Like, you gotta
You know what
listen
the
now.
other problem with
He
that
didn't,
was?
It
The
was new.
other
It
him and
was
his
new
trainer
excuse
men.
I
going
ain't
through it.
like.
It
You
was
know,
new
it's the
people.
other excuse I ain't like. Yeah, it was new people because I
Mhm.
think Calvin wasn't feeling too well. Um, you know what else I ain't like though? And I don't know how this happens. The man said, well, he ain't say that first, but the trainers came out and said because I watched the post conference.
Mhm.
He said he ain't know what round it was. He said when it was
Mm.
round 12, he thought it was the ninth round.
Headshots.
Yo, Dawes, it's either that or the excuses is piling up, and I think that's the problem that people are having. Cause I didn't like that
And,
one. If you was going to
and
tell me
Tank
the
doesn't
braid
seem to
whipped
be the
and pops you in
smartest.
your eye, I could dig that. But and then you even taking the knee because, like I said, Lamar Roach took a knee too, so then y'all should be even on points. Y'all should be even on points right there, which even laid more credence to the top.
And that's probably
My
why they
thing
gave him
is,
the draw.
Shawnee,
my
it
thing
was the
is
bad
this.
energy. Came
All
out
he
with bad
had to
energy.
say was, "Yo, I forget the knee part. Did you feel like you won? I can't even say it. I'm not even mad at the draw because we was banging out, and it is what it is. It was a tough match. Just why can't boxers just keep it a buck? Like,
You
why
know
can't
what?
I put on the front?
I think he's trying to follow behind Floyd with a perfect record, but
Not gonna happen.
You're not Floyd. It's only 2 boxers in history with a perfect record. Rocky Marciano and Floyd. And I still don't think Floyd's perfect record is the greatest boxer I've ever seen. Or I mean, ever with. Like, it's not.
I think Zab gave him the business.
My man Sugar Ray
Zab did
Robinson
give him
went
the business.
98
He was
and
a little
0
shook
at
his
one
ass.
before his first loss.
Now, but those is I don't know, bro. Those was different type of men, bro. Like,
This is what I'm
that's
saying.
why I'm
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
I never compare nothing to them old tough men.
Yo,
The
that's
old
what I'm
tough men is different.
That's why I'm talking about the rites of passage in my mind, because like, yo, back in the days, the men were like completely different from what we see today.
Yeah, they
A lot of them,
was beating on women too.
a lot of them died early though. A lot of them died.
And they was beating on women too. The women ain't have no place with the men back then.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me tell you.
And the other thing is,
These women with these independent. You want to go back to that? Where these independent women want to deal with a nigga that's like, shut up.
he 34 and 0.
Nah, rest in peace to my grandfather. My grandfather, before he passed, he had dementia.
Yo,
My
we don't
grandfather-
condone violence or domestic violence.
My grandfather
No,
was
I'm
a
not
different kind
condoning
of.
it. I'm just saying that was the those men from
That was
that
the time.
era was not
wild.
having it. All this yickety yak, don't talk back nonsense. All this,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this, finger in your face, and all that was getting slapped up. It was not
Hold-
happening.
The old men back then were different because my grandfather was the old school, type of guy, and he was in construction, and I remember him just going to work sick, fever, whatever the case is, he kept going. But then later on, before he passed, they said like this guy had like over 10 mini strokes. Like this is crazy. Like a lot of things were dormant with them because they were raised not to cry, show emotions. This guy died with a heavy. Yeah.
And ignore, so you get up just like you say, and that was the tail of that time. And then that's what also lead around to what Clip was saying when the
death.
backhand come out. Because listen, you've been working 7 days, 12 hours.
My head
you
hurt.
Understand.
I ain't trying to hit
like,
nothing you saying,
your
buddy.
back hurt. You ain't been to. You can't afford to go to the doctor. Yeah, the doctor don't even know. The doctor's not even up to date on these type of things yet. You understand?
Yeah.
I come home and my dinner ain't cooked.
Oh, I'm starving. What you been? You been home all day?
You're watching the honeymooners all day. Watching me
Look
with
at the honeymoon. Listen, the honeymooners, even your man, the honeymooners told his wife, "Yo, one of these
one
days,
day,
yo,
Zoom.
Alice,
bang,
pow, right to
zoom,
the moon.
Zoom
to the moon. Letting you know this is going to happen."
Hey yo, Clip, and then everybody laughed. That shit is so common.
Think about that. Every day he told his wife, "Yo, one of these days I'm gonna snuff the shit out of you."
I'm not even playing with you.
I'm not even playing with you. I'm dead serious.
He said, yo, I hate your mother, and I'm gonna pop on you.
Yo, I love the honeymoon. And yo, he had to be the poorest bus driver ever, yo. He ain't had no TV, he ain't had no phone.
He had no TV.
And all they had was an ice box.
Word, and like how you get it cooked?
And an ironing board.
And the iron board. Hamna.
You can't cook. It ain't like you watching TV. So what was you doing? You don't got no phone. We can't call you. You gotta call Trixie out the window to use her phone. That was the ill concept.
Yeah, I remember that. The honeymooners, Art Carney, Joyce Randolph. I remember that. Yo, every New Year's.
Starring Art Carney.
Audrey Meadows. Audrey Meadows.
Yo, real quick.
Jackie Gleason.
Real quick, let's close this out with Angie Stone.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. She's the first. She's the first signed female artist for hip hop. Just want y'all to know that.
About it, Clip.
Nina B, right?
Yes.
Yo, you know what bugged me out?
She left 5 days.
She wrote records for the Sugar Hill Gang, the hit records.
What?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's an
Didn't know that.
icon to
Didn't
us.
know that.
That's
She's
crazy.
iconic to
Uh,
us. That's a fact.
Apache and all of that, she wrote all those records for the Sugar Hill Gang. So
That's crazy. Didn't know that.
what people don't know about her is she is the first of our culture to be signed as a female hip hop artist and female singer, songwriter.
That kind of reminds me of Missy. That like I'm kind of
She
starting to
was
see where
Missy for that
gets her
era.
inspiration from.
She was Missy
Yeah,
for the
that's
origins
cool.
of this culture that we love so much and this culture that we live every day. She was the origin of it. She wasn't the
That's
first
cool.
female rapper. She was the first signed
Yeah. Big
female
difference. And still a big
female
deal.
artist, right?
Yeah.
Ring the
Yeah.
ding 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 dong, ring ding. That's her song.
I say word.
Yeah,
Get out of
Uh,
here.
yeah. Like
What?
it's a lot of records that you won't even realize that she's the one who wrote them.
Yo, this I ain't gonna lie, Clip. This was I was waiting. I was waiting on this because I knew you was gonna come with this. I knew you was gonna come with the info, bro. I was waiting on this, bro. Keep shooting.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is also D'Angelo's baby mother.
yeah, I knew that much.
And
Mhm.
Whoa. Hold on.
hold
Right?
on. Before D'Angelo, that's little Rodney C's baby mother.
That is.
Mhm.
Before D'Angelo, from
Yes.
Double Trouble,
Yes.
little Rodney C's
Yes.
baby mother.
Long as you know. But see,
Right.
me mentioning Little Rock, see, me and you, we you know, not even me and you, all of us here is authentic hip hop heads. So for you
Right.
to even say Double Trouble, a certain generation ain't gonna know who we even talking
Double
about.
trouble,
that's
trouble,
an
trouble,
Uber
trouble,
fact.
trouble.
That's an Uber fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like Double
That-
Trouble's the first back and forth that we know of that was like Nas and AZ for that era.
Yeah, it's a fact. Matter of fact, the Nas
They
and
recreated it.
AZ Sprite
Sprite
commercial
commercial was
is
recreated
recreated
in the
from
Wild
behind
Style.
them. Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah.
You know what I'm
And you
saying?
know what's so crazy? Yo, Rodney C, he did a little a company called Groundbreakers. That was supposed to be getting like dental what you call it? Insurance and health insurance for old hip hop rappers and all of that. From old school
Which
hip
is
hop
needed.
heads and
Yeah,
all of
which is
that.
needed.
Yeah,
I'm looking at Angie Stone's track record. It's crazy.
It's stupid, bro.
It's stupid. She's an
It's
icon.
stupid.
And she was-
She's
she-
an
she-
icon. She's an icon to our culture that doesn't get the flowers because this culture of ours is not celebrated properly.
And she said she was getting robbed for her money, her royalties.
And it boils
Did
back
you see
down
that
to
live?
and it boils back down to people like academics, Vlad, and all these people who don't know nothing about this culture that got a voice in a culture that's not needed.
Mhm.
Because you don't even understand what this culture really is about. This culture is about peace, love, unity, knowledge of self.
Exactly.
Not this nonsense that we've been spreading, this drama. But rest in peace to Angie Stone, because she was one of the greatest. She made a song for us.
Black mother.
Strong brother.
Love you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she made these
Yup.
songs for us, black men, to feel
And then you know what's the other part
loved and
about that
proud
too,
about
Jim?
ourselves.
That's a fact. And you know what's the other part about that? It's so many like because she started early, right?
Yeah.
So like she means a lot to like different genres of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
damn, in the beginning you mean a lot to the women in hip hop. And then, you know what I'm saying? Now you mean a lot to neo soul music. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now at the end you mean a lot to R&B classics and so on and so forth, you know? And it's just wild to just put so much down on the planet and work
I don't want to
so
see no
hard till your
conspiracy
last day.
And I don't want to
No,
hear no conspiracy theories about her death because she was in a lawsuit with UMG.
Now, I think
Your clip.
That brag.
Clip, you know what's gonna do it?
Brag.
You know what's gonna do it? Jaguar Wright. She's like, I heard
Mhm.
this and that because you know she come in. 'Cause I heard Jaguar Wright. She was talking shit. She be like, yo, I heard NYP talk show.
this death was really like an accident. I think it was really her time to go because she was the only one, God bless her, who died in this car accident. Out of everybody in the car, she was the only one who didn't survive. So rest in peace again to Angie Stone, a true hip hop icon. neo soul R&B
Mhm.
legend.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? She had that neo soul glow. That's why D'Angelo, he wrote Cruising. He wrote that album after he got with her. She got that. She's like Erica Badu before Erica Badu.
Yeah.
I'd put my bottom dollar on it.
Indeed.
I put
Yo,
my bottom dollar on it, and she's strong because she left Rodney because she had to. You know what I'm saying? Whatever happened between her and D'Angelo happened between her and D'Angelo. But
No, the thing
I
with her
can
and
always
D'Angelo
respect the
is
woman who.
D'Angelo just got popping. They said like that album, that first album, that Brown Sugar album was so crazy at the time. It wasn't cool for him to say he's in a relationship, especially with a woman of her size. So that's what had the
He's
relationship
bugging.
going.
He's bugging. Let me tell you
No, but
something.
No,
that's how the
it
industry was.
wasn't him. It was the labels. You gotta
Yeah, it
understand
was
these
the lady that was
labels.
doing that.
Yeah.
It
They
wasn't
was
him.
like,
It was
no,
the
you can't.
labels. He was
Listen,
still with her the whole time. It was the labels
Hmm.
Right.
that said that had to
let
push
me tell you
that
something right
market
now.
image out.
I get that.
If I wasn't single now I had an on and popping label, I'm taking all the big ones down. Ladies.
No, he
No,
not. No, listen. He was in a relationship with
no.
a big woman.
Mike is
It
a
had nothing
chubby
to do with
chaser.
that. What he was saying is the labels were saying that we can't market because labels back then, you got to understand, everything was marketing, everything was branding,
Keep the
everything was
perception.
about making a dollar and keeping an image up.
Uh-huh.
So the
Right.
thing is that because a lot of people look at it from a fan perspective, but don't understand that this is the music business, that we don't own nothing in the music business because we're all signed to these white labels, right? These white labels are saying you can't be out here with the overweight, big, black, fat woman. Like
Exactly.
that's what they're
And,
saying. He sort
and
of
they
beautied
good.
her himself. I love this woman. This is the woman I'm with. It is what it is.
Mhm.
The labels is like, well, you can't do that because you not gonna ruin. We got too much money invested in you.
Right. And then
So you got to.
you make too many man to woman songs, bro. So in order for us to sell you, we got to sell you single, Papa. Like that's how we got this. You
He
can't be
literally had to do a
singing.
video butt ass.
Right, you had to do Untitled like that, right? That was and that was the first single off the
Second album,
second no off
the
the second
Voodoo
album,
album,
right? That was the
yeah, the
first single
Voodoo
off the
album,
second album, right?
yeah, the
Yeah.
Voodoo album.
Uh-huh.
So brother, we got to sell you. We got to sell you single, nigga. Like that's just how I got the. That's how that went.
You
You
got
had
to
you
protect
had
you.
Lady. That joint was fire. You
Yeah,
had
joy.
Cruising. Like you
Mhm.
got all these songs that women are gonna fall in love with if they can put themselves in that place. But if they already know you got a woman in that place, they automatically gonna assume you singing to your wife, and
Yep.
that just cuts down the. You know what I mean? It's cutting the
The
sales down.
marketing
Women ain't
dollars.
coming
In the
like
business,
yeah,
it's the entertainment industry.
yeah.
Everybody got to understand that now the internet is the entertainment industry. So everything that
Uh-huh.
we see on the internet is part of entertainment. So even like this beef with Cameron and Jim, or this beef with 50 and them, all of this is all part of entertainment to make all of
Yep.
them money.
Yo,
That's
how
it.
Ocho
Attention.
Cinco get wrapped up in this? I don't know. I don't know that part.
He said
Ocho
something about Cam, I believe.
Ocho Cinco in the earlier part of Cam's podcast career, Ocho Cinco said, yo, I see Cam out there doing this thing, he's a rapper. I'm coming for his spot though. I'm coming for, and he's talking like in the podcast world. I'm coming for Cameron's spot in the podcast world. Cam didn't take that the right way. Cam didn't really like that. And then fast forward, I don't know what the hell happened that made him spaz out on Ocho Cinco. I don't know what the hell happened, but he completely disrespected him, called him a bitch ass nigga and all kind of stuff. And then and now they just going back and forth. But seems like a mature guy, the kind of guy that I'm talking about, like back in the days, how the men were back in the days. He's kind of
Nah, ain't no
Nah,
mature when you
Ocho is
tell a
far
man
from that.
ain't no mature when you tell your man you got a DDL.
you got a who?
Yeah.
A
You know what?
DDL.
Uh-huh.
I'm good, bro. I'm
Yes,
good.
that's right. He said Stephen A.
Oh,
Smith.
he
He was
said
looking at
that.
him crazy.
He said he
That's how
said
it started.
that.
He told Stephen A. Smith that he got a DDL, not a
Uh-huh.
BBL, a DDL. He had to get an extendo on his joint because he was smashing the chick out. And she told him he wasn't big enough, so he went and got a surgery done on his Johnson to
Uh-huh.
give him an extendo.
Give
And
it.
he ain't one of us.
man.
They not like us. They not like
They
us.
definitely
Oh, no.
not like us.
You know what I think that maybe that's cap for the internet because like this is a new world now.
And that's even more reason why you're not like us.
Yeah.
Because if you got a cap for that, you got to go to that extreme.
All
to
the
get some
antics,
sort of
yeah.
ratings and all the antics. You ain't like us, bro, because that's too much.
Where's the integrity? That's what I was saying earlier. It's the integrity. I'm not doing certain things online. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, me either.
Like I said, I'm a chubby chaser. I have my woman. Let me tell you, man. Hoopers are where it's at, man. I need to get your mind right.
If you like
he
big women,
went back
salute
to
to you.
chubby
Ain't nothing wrong with you liking the big women. Like,
So,
I'm
so
not
how
a
you
small
feel?
guy.
So how you feel about Lizzo losing weight, then, Mikey?
You look good though.
It's
I
a
ain't gonna
waste
lie.
of time.
She looking good.
She should have.
Looking good right now. She looking good with whole half a butt.
She got a flat booty. But anyway, that don't flat, boy. But I'll try to look at it from another angle, like
You have to look at it from an angle.
Yo, how you feel
I
about
mean,
the lift?
I don't know.
tab
You like
joint?
sexy
How
red
you
though,
feel
so I
about
mean,
that
you know.
joint?
yo,
Yeah.
sexy red is bro. I looked at her the other day, man, to make sure she all right, bro. She all
She
right.
look like a man. She look like a diseased pickle.
She's
Yo,
too, but I don't
Fever.
know.
What's up?
Fever, how you like that? How you like the joint that's trying to sue Liv? Not that big, right?
Oh hell no, nah. She gotta get gunned down, bro.
Not like that, right?
Yo, on that note, let's wrap this up, man. Thank y'all for showing out this evening. I really appreciate you. Travis over here falling asleep.
Yeah, I'm up. I'm good.
Yo,
I'm falling asleep. I'm about to make me a tuna fish sandwich and I'm going to sleep.
Oh,
yo, thank y'all for coming out this evening. NYP Talk Show. See y'all tomorrow, 8 o'clock. Next week, same time, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is the new schedule. And we're out of here. Peace.
Peace.